Good morning, everybody. My name is Alex Warner. I am the Existing Industry Project Manager for the Forsyth County Chamber of Commerce. I was putting this brief video together because as of yesterday, Monday, March 30th, the SBA has changed the loan application process, or just the loan application document, for the economic injury disaster loan associated with the COVID-19 pandemic. And so I wanted to make sure that everyone was up to date on what was out there and what the new form looked like. So you're going to do the exact same thing that you did for the previous economic injury disaster loan. You're going to go to the SBA.gov website, and you are going to click on the economic injury disaster loan and loan advance option. So it used to be for all small businesses that we would fill out Form 5, and then for sole proprietorships that we would fill out Form 5C. They have completely changed this process to now everyone fills out the same form since the COVID-19 pandemic is a little bit different than the other disasters that the Form 5 and 5C were associated with. So this one is even easier than the last form. And so I just wanted to put this brief, short video together so that you guys can know what information will be required of you before you get started in the process. So you're gonna and I filled one out shortly just so that we could get through the application process before they sent the official copy over. So this is what's out there, and this is what's going to be required of you. Just a business name and a trade name. The business legal name should be your name, and the trade name is the name of the business. Your EIN number and what type of organization you are, whether or not you're a nonprofit or a franchise, the gross revenues for 12 months, and the gross cost of goods as well. And you will see the areas in red asterisk. These are the most important and required information. The other is just it is not required. If you feel like you want to put that in, by all means go ahead, but it is, make sure that you do put everything with a red asterisk with an answer. Okay. And so the next required information will be the primary address of the business. It must be a physical address. It cannot be a P.O. box. And just like when we did the call about the Form 5, make sure that you put as many ways for them to contact you as possible so that when the loan officer is going over your documents, that if they have a question, they'll attempt to reach out to you at that time. If you put multiple phone numbers, they will call multiple phone numbers. So that way, while they're looking at your application, they can get the answer from you, and there's no delay in the process. Okay, and so as you can see, that is all of the business information that is required on the first page of the new COVID-19 economic injury disaster loan application. Okay, then you're going to get to page 2, and it's just going to be a brief overview of the owner's information. I put some of my information here. My social security number is not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But as you can tell, it is very simple, very basic information. And that is all that is required. I am telling you, they are making this process as easy as possible. They're trying to get as many small businesses to apply as possible. Okay. Then you're going to get to, if you go back here, if you look at the very top, is your business owned by a business entity? The first time we filled this out, I did the answer no. So the next couple of slides are going to be an option on if you happen to choose yes. And so that's when you get into the business parent entity form. And so this is just the information that you'll need to input in and have readily available if your business is owned by a parent entity. Right? And then you'll just need to answer a couple of questions. Have you been convicted of a criminal offense? Just basic loan information questions. And if you do have somebody help you fill out this application, and you do have to grant them permission to contact this person with any questions instead of yourself. But this was the entire application, so most small businesses should be able to get this filled out on their own without having to pay somebody. All right. Now this is the most important and the newest update to the form. The next question on this is, would you like to be considered for the $10,000 advance / grant from the economic injury disaster loan process? So this even goes back to everyone that has filled out an application for the economic injury disaster loan before Monday, March 30th. They're asking that everyone goes back in and fills out this short little questionnaire, so that if you do wish to be considered for the $10,000 grant, that you do click the box and you put in your banking information so that they can send it to you. We are told that this money should be available to small businesses within 3 business days of submitting the application. So it is very important, if you are in need of emergency relief funds quickly, that you do click this box and put in your banking information. Right. And then after that, you just need to certify that everything that you inputted in is correct. And then it'll just give you a brief summary and you're ready to submit your application. Like I said, this is the easiest loan application. They're trying to make it as easy as possible for all small businesses to get there. But if you have already submitted it on the old Form 5 or Form 5C, they are asking that you go back in and submit this brief little questionnaire in order to qualify for 1, for the grant, but then 2, to make sure that all the information is correct. Apparently they were having lots of issues with people that were trying to do the mail-in ones or upload it through the Dropbox. So they're asking that everyone goes back in and does this if you submitted before March 30th and have not heard anything back from a loan officer. Okay. So that concludes the summary of everything, and then all you need to do is certify that you are not a robot trying to submit this application, and you are done with the process. So if you have any questions, I'm going to put my contact information back up on the screen. Please feel free to reach out to me with anything. We are here for you, and we hope that every business can take advantage of this process. I do want to reiterate, or not reiterate, I haven't told you yet, but I want to let everyone know that if you do qualify for the $10,000 grant, I take that back. All businesses that fill out this application will qualify for the $10,000 grant, whether or not you qualify for the loan. So even if you're denied for the loan, you can still get the $10,000 grant. But if you are planning on participating in the payroll protection plan, going through your local bank in the coming weeks as part of the CARES Act stimulus plan, just know that there is going to be 8 weeks forgiven on the payroll protection plan loan. If you get the $10,000 grant, whatever amount of money is associated with the 8 weeks that will be forgiven, they will subtract that $10,000 out of that amount. So just keep that in mind. This $10,000 is for emergency money so that you can have some funds within the next 3 business days. And then once the banks get on speed and are starting to take applications for the payroll protection plan, the rest of the money will be available for you and will be there for the 8-week forgiven plan that you've heard about. Again, if you have any questions, reach out to me. I am here to help any time of day. Right now we're working 7 days a week and as late as my wife will allow. So please reach out.